we're here with some CEVO main action. A very awkward situation for these two teams, as one of them is starting a man down here. And it's CEVO main, so that's just going to be one map, overpass, map of the week, and that'll mean a knife round here.
Yeah, well, indeed. And as you say, a player down for myRevenge is far from ideal. We did have some huge delays. myRevenge, I believe, were in a forfeit match before that we were scheduled to cast, and we just jumped into this one. So, unless CLANLOS can do something special, well, it is going to be them picking up the knife. And they're probably going to like to go CT. I think the fifth player just came back as well.
Oh, alright. That looks better, now that we actually have a fifth person. A little unfortunate, I guess they didn't have him for the knife round, because, you know, a map like Overpass is generally going to be more CT-sided, but not the biggest of deals. But that's nice that we will actually get a full-fledged match now on our hands.
Yeah, I always prefer a cast with all 10 players on. Gives us a level playing field, but I'm going to be honest with you here, Helium. I don't know a great deal about either of these teams. I mean, myRevenge have a few players that I have casted before. Minato, Reki, and Gimpin are coming to mind. But as a team, I'm not too sure how they're going to be performing. And same with myRevenge as well. You know, there's a lot of players on there that I have seen. Dex in particular, I've casted him a couple times in the past. But as a team, I really have no idea what they bring to the table.
Yeah, same. myRevenge, I mean, I actually don't recognize many of these players. I'm obviously not really casting Europe very often until recently for the CEVO MLG Pro League and, of course, the main matches that we cover. But as an organization, I mean, myRevenge, that rings a bell to me. I think they are a multi-esports organization, so it looks like we'll get to see the CS team here on Overpass, starting out on that T side, going in through the stairs, and now out towards middle, looking for that early control, and it'll be KEEV to bring down that first kill. And over here, the lurker, that's going to be Reki. Oh no, that was the bomb. They were trying to do a fake up towards middle and maybe leave the bomb slated towards B, but instead the bomber is going to get dropped, and that puts them in an awkward situation.
Yeah, pretty brutal. They're going to have to move in just to pick that one up, and myRevenge going to be looking to lock this one down. Internet Sec is there. He has the, well, he had the bomb in his eyes for a few moments. It has been picked up. Beautiful one-click onto Dominic, who falls down. But the bomb's picked up, and potentially CLANLOS can now try to push towards A. The problem is they're a player down and two players are tagged as well on their side, and they have only a flashbang in utilities. So it's going to be pretty hard for them to break onto A. You can already see that in the form of Dex and Person there, rotating onto A, so they've got a 2-2 stack. And it's all on CLANLOS now to get those entry frags, otherwise this is going to be going the way of the CTs.
Yeah, not only, you know, the awkward losing the bomb, but on a map like Overpass, it's just so rough if you start off with the man disadvantage on the T side, because, you know, then you can just play 2-2 like we see in the sites for the counter terrorist. The rotation is so quick, but still, they are able to get themselves the bomb down. So win or lose now on this first round, CLANLOS have got themselves in a pretty good position, able to get a rifle round on the third. And maybe they can even still win it. 4-on-2 now, though. Gimpin is going to be able to pick off one. Still alive, still fighting. Cav's still alive somehow on the outside of the site. He's going to get one more kill. And finally, they'll clean that up. And Dax actually does have a kit, so he'll get the defuse.
Yeah, nicely done at the end there by myRevenge, but I feel like they could probably have closed that round out without conceding a bomb plant. You know, it's a 2-on-2, you split up. I guess the idea was they didn't want to lose players. And that GLF HF find, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
DDD seems like a nice dude, though. I mean, he was trying to rush everybody along to ready up so he could get this stream underway. So I've got some love for him. Seems an interesting character.
I'm trying to figure out what the... is that supposed to be a picture? Is that supposed to be like a snail with a trail behind it? Or is that like cat and then 3 blanks and we're supposed to figure out the next 3 letters?
I'm assuming it's a snail. That would make more sense.
Yeah, I think it's just a snail. But some assortment of weapons here. DDD picked himself up a Tech 9 and he'll just stay with that. 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and 1 submachine gun. And it's actually the pistol user that's going to go down first, but that could be okay. He dies with the pistol. He gives up really nothing, and he has got some information for it. And with that, you've got Person here sneaking up, and he's going to kill one just like that. They haven't even turned around. He's almost going to spray down 3 more people. They were slow to communicate that they were being flanked like that. Or maybe he just didn't know. The player that did go down. Deathcam maybe didn't turn that way.
Yeah, I think that was probably the likelihood. I feel if he had known, there's no reason for him to have made a decision. But now KLANLOS with 40 seconds only pushing onto the side with that bomb. Both been dropped from Haftig. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that one right. You were talking before it meant like bold, I think, in German.
Well, okay, so AE, when the vowels are together like that in German, that's just another way of writing, like, you know, the two dots, the umlauts above letters.
Right.
All that is, so like U with the umlaut is just UE if you were to expand it. Which this word doesn't mean anything, but if it's just with the E, heftig, it means like heavy, as an adjective. But so maybe it's a joke and he's like a scrub and gets carried, or maybe it's something else entirely. I've got no idea.
And he takes pride in the fact he has to get carried. He's like,
yeah,
I don't just get carried, I'm so heavy as well. Deal with it. But already 2 of his teammates have died, including himself, actually. So DDD, the Snail Man, has dropped, along with Mr. Heavy, or Heftig, and myRevenge now with 2 players behind, with KLANLOS on a full buy, as you said before, with the bomb plants they were managing to lock down. That is going to give them the AK-47s and the Galil's Gimp, gets a frag onto Internet Sec as he tries to push and get information. There's another player there that's jumping up and does get picked off, and that's Person. And wow, I mean, KLANLOS, they've forced together this buy. So far, they've lost no weapons. This has been a perfect round for them. The bomb's been planted, and now it's all on decks to try and put down some hurt onto them and drop some of those weapons.
Yeah, or to just run and hide, because the CT economy now is being upset, and this all comes back down to the first round where KLANLOS was able to get the bomb down. They save, and that means Rifle's coming up in the third, and Dax is going to have to... Oh, where actually is he? He's hiding over there in the, what I call the T in the B bomb site right now. And, oh, they're going to find him! He'll be able to kill one. Can he get them both? No, it looks like Minato J is going to bring him down.
Yeah, it does bring him down. Asking for the HP there. Doesn't seem like they're going to get an answer. So, denied, pretty much. And now KLANLOS, as you said, up against myRevenge, who have a pretty poor economy at their disposal. And they'd be expecting that they are going to be forcing up a couple Kevlars. There we go. To try and even things out. In fact, they're going for a full buy up, kind of. I mean, they've got 3 players on upgraded pistols with Kevlar and then 2 not with Kevlar.
Yeah, they're just evening out the money, really. I'm a little concerned that Person, or Perzone, whatever, is very low on money, 400. Yeah. So someone will have to drop him, and DDD with 5.4k will be able to do that. He's also a player that just goes for the CC here, so should have a rifle round in round 5. As KLANLOS will look to tie it up. They've already got 1, and they will now control the bathrooms as Dominic brings in that second kill. So A-site there's for the taking, and actually the CT defense with these pistols just falls everywhere. There's DDD getting 1, but Gimpin immediately brings down Dex, and the A-site is theirs. DDD, again, we're going to see a CT trying to hide, and that would be really big if they can save an AK coming off of this eco.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what will be in the back of their minds now. He is in a pretty random position, but it is one that could get spotted out, and he's moving now, so... Back
Go to T-spawn and stand there. They'll never expect it. Is he impersonating beats right there? Is that what that is? Oh, I get it, because the DJ room, that's where they figured he was hiding. Did they just sell out his own teammate? I think that's what happened. They don't even get it. I get it. Oh, okay. I was like, what happened to Metuz? Looks like he might have had an issue with his internet. So it looks like you are just stuck with me right now. So not able to save that gun, but oh my gosh, going for the Scar 20 on this round. And look at this boost out there on the sight box inside of B, looking over, spamming into that hut with the Scar 20. Oh no, that wasn't a boost. He was up in the window room. I thought he had a pretty big height advantage there. But finds an early kill, and I mean, not able to shoot back at all, kind of reminiscent of the Olaf boost that we saw many months ago. That one, though, legal. And Person, because of this, is just on a 5.7, but playing in the barrels with a 5.7, still a position where you can do a lot of damage. And he might have to... Reki was kind of lurking around over there, but is now going back up towards A, where we do have 2 players and Hefty pretty quick on the rotate there, playing in the window. As Minato will fall, and now 3-on-5. It's going to be really difficult for KLANLOS to get in here. Although Kiev here opening it up with the AK, takes down one player, but the rotation's already there. That's Heftig coming up. He'll bring down Kev. Reki going to get internet sec, and the bomb will go down. And they're going to try to fall off into post-plant positions. One will go bathrooms, one will go long. And this is maybe possible for them 2v3, especially if Reki can hit this initial shot, and he does. That was beautiful. And suddenly, right back in the favor of KLANLOS. Now the time ticking away from the counter-terrorists, and Person is trying to check all the angles. I think he caught his shoulder. Reki puts himself in that 1v1 as he's able to bring down Dex. And oh, Pete's pre-firing no-scope with that Scar 20, but he's got no kit. Will he have the time? It's definitely going to be close. Oh, just about a second, maybe a little over a second off there, and he will go down. And that was, you know, a situation where it's too close to tell. Winning rounds is important, of course, but as we know, with no time, it would have been better to have just saved that Scar 20. So that puts Revenge in a rough spot. And KLANLOS, I mean, that was good. Good showing from them, able to take that site with just 3 players and then hold on to the post plant. So they won that round 3v5, and that's just something that shouldn't happen. So myRevenge maybe back to the drawing board on their holds. But for this round, they will be in a full eco. DDD might start off, and he does. He'll bring down Kev. That'll put a gun over. Oh my. Of all the people he could have killed, he kills the one guy with a MAC-10. So he's got a MAC-10. But KLANLOS are just storming over this B site, and this will be 4 rounds now on that T side, which is really great for them. Looking at overpass, probably want, I don't know, like 6 rounds on that T side now since the changes. The map has become a lot more even, though still slightly CT favored, or maybe even just momentum favored of, you know, who's just winning the rounds. Can be a streaky map. Internet sec, gonna get jumped on. DDD trying to hold on to the MAC-10 curse, but seems like they were quite ready to check that. So everyone, 5K, low to high 5Ks, going for another Scar 20 investment. Scar 20, no head armor, and a nade for DDD. It almost got them round, what was it, round 5. But it wasn't quite enough, and Metuz, I think, is back? Maybe? We'll get him in here eventually. And he's going to go right to the same spot. He actually does some damage to Gimpin. Oh, Reki trying to push himself through that smoke, but Person is there waiting for him. And that'll be myRevenge again, starting off with early man advantage. Can they actually close this round out? As Minato has got himself up in towards the bathrooms, cleared them out most of the way. So Terrorist with mid and long control here as they look towards the A site. Reki, had he got that pick, probably would have pulled a rotator to B, and they would have worked faster into the A site, but since he goes down, they'll just go back to trying to get themselves another pick. Although, ooh, that Molotov, luckily there's more space behind that semi-truck now, so he's able to move back away. 5-on-4. More flashes, another Molotov back there, but there's Heftig with a nice shot onto Gimpin. Dominique now coming in, will find that straight out, gets into that default plant spot, but it's not really that safe. Player gonna jump over the truck, still 20 seconds on the clock. And Minato finds DDD, so they will be able to get that bomb back down. Person is the only guy, and he is creeping up into that A site. 10 seconds on the clock, and now make it 35. Let's see, Person here. Oh, he's gonna... Oh, he just gave up the angle. Kev was looking at Bank, but I guess he heard Person come up, so was able to spot him. Gets that op shot on him, and KLANLOS once again showing us that they can win from a disadvantaged position, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. T-side and overpass, it's kind of crazy.
Hey,
so
man,
really,
can you hear me?
You good? I can hear you now, yes.
I'm sorry, man, my internet just cut just randomly. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I am back now anyway. And have I missed much? I mean, I can see it's 5-2. Has there been any, you know, sexy clutches or any huge plays, or just been a case of KLANLOS closing it out?
KLANLOS won a 3v5, and then winning there, I mean, not the craziest, but a 4v5. So even, you know, myRevenge are starting off with these opening kills, but not able to hold on to the rounds. I think they've actually got the opening kill in every single round. myRevenge, that is, as they find it here again. But this is just an eco, so this will probably be a bit harder.
Yeah, and the bomb's been planted as well. So for all of the good start with the entry frag, well, I should say the opening frag, it hasn't really been enough with the eco. And now Heftig alongside DDD, trying to play some economic damage rolls. They have got themselves a second kill on the board in the form of the Deagle, but that's all she wrote, and it's 6-2 already. And I mean, what are your thoughts on Overpass map? I personally love it, but I feel like the CT should be hitting around 9 or 10 rounds at least. I think already KLANLOS will be very happy with this off.
Yeah, I think 9-6. I mean, actually, to be honest, almost every single map is 9-6. If you just look at, if you go to HLTV and look at the stats for the last 3 months on every map, almost all of them are 9-6. And maybe that's just because it includes, there's not a filter on really the caliber of teams. So like anyone that's featured on HLTV goes into the stats. And maybe that's why, you know, you just got teams that stomp and it kind of skews one side of the equation there. But I think 9-6 is pretty fair for Overpass. Since the changes to A site, it's hard to hold on to now as a CT.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. And well, that being considered, though, I mean, myRevenge, they're going to have to win a huge bulk of the remaining rounds here to put themselves in good stead for that half-time. And going on to T-side for themselves, they've got themselves an auto sniper and an AWP. So long range, they should be reigning supreme. There's a nice frag from Person onto Reki as he tries to push on towards the B site. And that is going to falter the terrorist push just for now. But as you said, they've been getting the entry frags pretty much every round and letting rounds slip. So KLANLOS aren't going to be too bothered about that one. They know that they've still got lots of time to play with. And look at that, they've got lots of utility as well. 2 smokes, 2 grenades, plenty of flashbangs. They can still make this work for themselves.
Yeah, internet sec. Oh, he's got the angle onto bathrooms. Yeah, and he'll take the shot. Gets Dominique, and DDD's been going for the Scar 20 every single round. It's hilarious. He gets another kill, but is going to be caught off guard at long. It looks like he's done enough, though, for his team, and myRevenge will finally be able to get themselves a rifle round there. But I kind of wonder what Reki is doing, because we saw him on the pistol, die alone at B, that time with the bomb, and about every other round, he's tried to work B by himself and failed to get a kill and died, and that's mainly why KLANLOS have been starting the rounds in a 4v5 position. So maybe Reki should stick with the team, or maybe someone else should lurk B and try to find a frag. But still, their economy's set, so more rifle rounds to come.
Yep, more rifle rounds. You can see here a boost is in effect as well.
Sort of. They struggled pretty hard.
They were
there.
trying. They all for them. There's another boost on the CT side as well, looking into connector up from the uppers from myRevenge. But they're not going to see too much for the next sort of 20 seconds.
He's already used that twice while you were gone, so they're pretty aware of it. Although Gimpin's still getting shot. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, screw this, I'm out. 12 HP left, though. That's significant damage to him. The rest of the team playing this one real slow and steady. Has there been the rounds that I missed, has there been a particular bomb site that's been weak?
They've been getting into... It's been myRevenge with, you know, man advantage and keeping just like 2 people on A site. And KLANLOS has been able to take it by opening it up, as we just see Kev hitting the op shot there onto internet sec. And it is a 5v4 despite Gimpin being near death.
Yep, definitely. But of course with that AK-47, if he comes around the corner and gets the one tap, it's all good still. He's still got grenades and flashbangs, and there's Kev again with the AWP, just having a quick peek onto truck, gets that opening pick, and it's all on decks. On the site, the cavalry's charging in the form of DDD, but is it going to be too little too late? It is a 3-on-5, the bomb's been planted. And now the CTs may have half a mind here just to try and save up those weapons, because an auto sniper is not cheap at all. And 5 players, this retake, not looking likely. So yeah, they do back on away and try and save those weapons going forward through to the 11th round.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the save. Oh my gosh, and the guy that needs to save the most is actually going to get brought down over there in construction up here. Dex also going to... Uh-oh, you better land in that water, Dominic. 6 HP jumping out a window. As they look for the last guy. CT Person here is at long, and he'll find a kill onto Gimpin. That's pretty costly. Only one person being able to save. That'll still be nice, but it will not be enough for Maybe they can drop Heftig and they can buy up, but DDD going for that Scar 20 round after round is really poor. So he'll be stuck with just as easy.
Yeah, not fantastic at all. For myRevenge, and that trade at the end was more than good enough for KLANLOS, considering they had a bunch of money. They still got 10.5k on Minato. Whatever happens this round, they're likely going to be able to drop and have no issues going forward to the 12th round. So KLANLOS are in a fantastic position. myRevenge really need to start getting some momentum here. Otherwise, they could even be staring kind of 10-5 territory deficit going in at halftime on their T side. And if they lose the pistol round, I mean, they've already got 1 foot out of this matchup. That's how huge the scenario is for them. And as he said, that CZ on DDD, I'm curious where he's going to be taking that. He actually goes through to toilet, so he's going to try and use the close range devastation to his advantage. But no one from the terrorist is there, and Kev again gets the opening pick, this time on B. And they're going to look to push this one in really quickly.
Where's Gibbons spam? Oh, Gibbons just in the back of the halls where he got lit up before, trying to spam through in reverse. But look at Heftig and Dex finding those 2 kills. Now it's 4-on-3. Dex gonna get another one here over towards the B site. And KLANLOS, I mean, their take looks pretty good. They got a ton of pop flashes, smokes, and Molotovs towards the A site when they go for it. But over here at B, they kind of just ran in. Maybe seeing that CZ. Actually, I don't even think they saw the CZ. They were expecting a buy, I think, from the start of this. But there's Minato able to get one more frag and trying to get the bomb down on the backside of this column. He's lucky that Heftig was not quite up there, because here he comes out the window, will find Gimpin, and with that silence, Minato has no idea where that kill came from, so Heftig gets them both, and DDD on the defuse. Defuse.
And they also get the auto sniper back onto him, which he's been very happy with. So across the board, that was a really good round for myRevenge. As I say, though, the terrorists will be able to buy back up without too many issues. 2 players need to be dropped, but they do have 13k in the hands of Minato, so that's not going to be an issue. And even enough money to go ahead and drop and pick up an AWP. So KLANLOS looking for that 8th round. Again, myRevenge, sure, they got the round, but you can see they're still on a FAMAS. They're still on only a smoke grenade, 4-person, no defuse kit. It's a lot of weaponry to play with still for myRevenge, so I'm not going to say this is going to be a difficult round for them, but it could be a whole lot better. Flashbang through mid onto Gimpin. Looking for that early peek from the CTs, but it doesn't happen. Person's still in toilets. There is a peek from Long. That was from Internet Sec, but he could get picked off now as the jump around the corner.
He hit him first.
Him, right?
Yeah, he legged him. That's just a little bit of RNG coming in there. So now 5-on-3, and I was going to say, you know, if myRevenge, they finally have a double-scoped setup, that could be enough to hold, but, I mean, KLANLOS have been conditioned to avoid that squeaky hallway just because DDD is always boosted up with that auto sniper, and Internet Sec could have locked down the A site there, but unfortunately for him, failed to do so. So now 5-on-3, and KLANLOS, of course, looking towards, you know, the site that we've seen them. They're much better at taking A.
Yeah, we saw last time they got an opening pick and then didn't manage to penetrate through onto B, but Heftig is there, laid in wait, gets one, gets traded out. DDD also gets traded out, but the Molotov seals the round for KLANLOS as they pick up their 8th on this half. And myRevenge, you can see their economy is just not great. I mean, they've got 1.5k on Person, they've got 3.1 on Heftig. Is this going to be a force buy? I'm not too sure. They have an M4, but it looks like everyone else will be saving.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, if you can work around the rifle, let's see what they want to do. Looks like they're all going to push together with the rifle on the front lines, and then the pistol's maybe there to clean it up, or, you know, scoop up that rifle. But, well, there it is. They'll scoop it up right away, because Kev, with his op, have been on point, and KLANLOS were expecting something cheesy to come out this round, and they just shut it down.
Yeah, another fantastic opening pick from Kev. 14-7 right now. Top scoring by quite a distance. Doing a great job for his team. And now it's all on Dex. With a P250, he could do some significant damage with this weapon. I think it's underrated as a pistol. It's fantastic in the right hands.
But you can find Gimpin and get that Scar 20 back.
Yeah, that would definitely be an ideal play right now. But judging from where he's going, I'm not sure if he fancies this. Maybe looking for exit frags, waiting for someone to try and hunt him down.
I'm waiting for
2 players coming to him. Gets the first one, but for the second, but Tech9 too strong.
I'm waiting for Gimpin to pull out the Scar 20, because I'm pretty sure this Scar 20 has been in the game since, like, round 4. Unless it's his. Yeah, it's DDD's cardiac, so I'm pretty sure it's been in the around for a really long time that they've preserved this gun. Because remember, it started off obviously on DDD, then it went to the terrorists, and then they picked it up, and the CTs had it again for a couple rounds, and then the terrorists got it back. This thing is, could sell this thing for money. The first SCAR 20 ever made.
It has been a veteran on the battlefield so far. In the hands of Gimpen, as you say, and he is currently looking at connected door. Did pop a hole in there just in case anyone tries to have a quick peek. And he probably should have had that frag, but he gets taken down from person. He loses minimal damage as well. There's internet sec on long. This is much better for myRevenge, but here comes Dominic through the toilets finally. After the 10th or so bullet, picks up Heftig in the backside. And now, with that pick, maybe they're going to try and push on to A. They have tagged up internet sec, who's a bit too slow to rotate back towards the side, but manages to live to fight for another day. So KLANLOS is still a player behind with 50 seconds to go. This is going to be a tough one for them to crack.
Yeah, I feel like I've said that many times. KLANLOS, man down, working towards the A site. They've probably got it, honestly. But that nade's going to hurt. Oh, maybe not. 3 HP down to Gimpen. Now pushing through the side of the smoke, though, is Dominic. I don't think they've spotted him. Internet is so blind, and Metuz is coming in with Molotov and bank smoked out. The stairs are smoked out, so they move into the semi-truck, and look at Gimpen with the P250. So now it'll just be Metuz by himself with an op. Now 1v3. His chances are definitely slim here. But, oh, wow, the Bunsen burner after the pop flash will take down internet sec. 10 seconds on the clock, though. He'll have to be able to get into the front of the bomb site in 2 seconds and plant, and he can't do it. He tries for it, but DDD shoots him down.
Yeah, nice effort, but didn't work out. And now in the last round, it will be KLANLOS easily able to buy back up again, no issues. Whereas, again, myRevenge, they're losing weapons, so a couple drops here should be enough. Could be a couple players on FAMASA, just the one FAMASA, it's not the end of the world. And they do have plenty of grenades at their disposal with defuse kits as well. So there's no clear-cut favourite going forward into this round for me. DDD, look at this spawn, and he's going to have a quick cheeky peek at the T spawn. Flashbang over, does connect on him, and then both AWPers do have a peek, and neither of them connect the dots. So DDD will just pull out himself back. New person on the site gets a frag, but was flashbanged in Molotov. It does get burnt out. I think he got tagged in like the last 5.
The wide. Yeah, I don't think he knew it was there. He started getting shot, so he strafed back, and then the fire was down right behind him. Because that Molotov wasn't even in a position where it should have been, right? Like, that was definitely aimed for barrels, and it came up short, so it landed right next to him.
Yeah, I guess the problem there is that person was scared in case more people pushed out a tunnel, so he's like trying to back away instinctively onto the fire, and it's just unfortunate from him that he was so low. But Dex is going to fill in the gap there, gets the frag. Dominic with the pop smoke, that's not something you say too often, and then gets the headshot, so hey, it worked. Can't really talk too much smack about that. But 303, 40 seconds to play with, and again, KLANLOS have pretty much B side under control. I say that, but now Dex comes in and catches Kev with his Tech 9 out. Molotov into upper. In fact, it wasn't a Molotov, I don't believe. I think that may have just been a smoke. Yeah, I think it was a smoke. I'm a bit crazy right now. There's the molly, finally. But Gimpen's what remains.
And the SCAR 20 coming in here for myRevenge. So, I mean, a little bit of hope, a little bit of momentum coming in. 2 rounds finally in a row. It's the second time they did it. They got the pistol in the second round, gave up 6 in a row, a couple one-off wins, but then they close it out with 2 in a row. And if they can get the pistol when they flip over to the T side, chance to tie it up, you know, at 9-9 before you get into that first rifle round.
Yeah, could be a whole lot worse for them, but a lot does rest on this pistol round, as you say, because if they were to lose it, they could be staring 12-6 behind, which is far from ideal on T side. So this pistol is just, I mean, pistol round's always important, but I feel in scenarios like this, it becomes extra important, a lot more pressure on the shoulders of myRevenge. I'm just curious if they're going to throw caution to the wind and go for like maybe a B or an A, just all-out rush, or play this one slow and hope that KLANLOS go peeking and get caught in precarious positions and they can convert that into a bomb plant. But we're just waiting for the 2 teams to get themselves ready, and then we'll find out the answers to those questions.
Yeah, I mean, when it does come to the rifle rounds, I think Cav or Kiev here, he has been definitely the more on-point opper amongst the 2 teams. So now putting him over to the defense, that could be kind of scary for myRevenge. They better have their Molotov smokes and flashes online to maybe try to deal with Kiev that way, because, you know, if he sees someone, I don't think he's going to be missing a shot.
Yeah, that's a really good point. He's a top fragger, 15 and 9, and has been landing some brilliant shots as well. I'm just curious to see where he's going to run with the AWP. A lot of AWPers will kind of watch towards long, or just like straight up on A, then rotate down to upper if it's a B push and try and get picks across. But we saw DDD as well with good spawns, went through onto the fountain area, tried to have a quick peek. So Kev did seem to me, I'm not sure if you'd agree with this, Helium, but a very aggressive AWPer, which I personally love to watch. So I'd expect to see more pushes from him in like the toilet area, the bathroom area.
Yeah, that'll be nice. As actually someone gonna dot not ready, so still waiting on 3 more people to show up. And let's see, we do have the stats up, I think, on the screen. So the big performance, again, we've already mentioned KEV there with 15. Everyone on KLANLOS, you know, pretty neck and neck on the frags. Dominique down there maybe a bit lower, but everyone did all right. And really the same story for myRevenge. 10 frags on person, 11 actually being the most there on Dex and Heftig. Maybe a player like DDD could possibly step it up a bit. I'm not sure of the roles that they are actually performing, so maybe he's more of a support player, but still, I mean, 7 and 13 on the CT side of Overpass is not really a good KD that you're going to want to have.
That's the other thing as well. I mean, I'd love to go in depth and talk about these players, but honestly, I just don't know a great deal about these teams. I don't get a chance to watch them very often. So, as you say, their roles could be coming into play here as well. A lot of the dynamic shift when you go from CT to Ts, you're much more focused on your entry frankers as a T side, especially if you're a super aggressive team. So that may make a couple of the myRevenge roster step up to the plate now, and they may just start to explode. And of course, some players are just typically better on T side than they are CT side. That's another point. You know, a lot of people assume that, you know, it's a CT sided map, therefore everyone plays better on CT side. That's just not true. Some players really shine on T side because it opens them up. There's more freedom. You can attack different routes. Use a lot more game sense, I would say, that needs to come into play from a T perspective. So a lot of entry fraggers often stand up. I'm thinking of Freiburg there. This guy on T side often will just absolutely outshine the rest of NIP. But CT sometimes lackluster.
Indeed. And anyone joining us here, obviously we're at halftime here in the CEVO main match that we decided to cover since we didn't have a Pro League match to start the day off with. But coming up next, in about, what is it now, 30 minutes, 28 minutes, I think to be exact, we will have Existence versus Penta, that best of 2 coming up soon after this. And that one should be, I would say, pretty close. I'm actually not even sure who I favor in that matchup anymore.
I think it'll be very close because Existence haven't been the most active team lately, whereas Penta have. But Existence, if you go back a couple months, I mean, they were looking like they could break up into the top sort of 15, 10 teams in the world. They were having fantastic performances. But with that break, obviously some players go back into rusty mode. You know how much they've been practicing together. They also
lost one player too.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So it's difficult for me to call as well, but I would agree with you there, Helium. I think it will be a very close game. It could be like a 50-50 coin flip for me. It could go 1-1 all day long.
Yeah, I'd expect a tie, I think, for sure. But here we go into this second half, into that pistol round. myRevenge starting off things towards that B site, and looked like I saw a pop flash. Yeah, that was the one geared for Gimpin, and it catches him in the face, but he's still able to retreat out. It didn't quite bring him down.
Yep, and we have seen that happen a couple of times where Gimpin manages to just about survive by the skin of his teeth in situations you'd expect him to die in, and you can't underplay the importance of that because that grenade now is going to be coming in. That could do significant damage. It lands on the forehead of DDD. 60,
that hurt really bad.
6 damage worth of HP just disintegrates. And hey, if Gimpin goes down, DDD's still on 100% of his hit points. And that's the importance right there. Flashbang as well. Beautiful one from Minito. On toxic. Yeah, lots of Kobe's coming across the board. You can see there that KLANLOS are still caught in 2 minds. They're still stacked on A, and strangely enough, the T's are going to be forcing this one in. They're walking into the trap.
Here comes DDD, though. We're going to find an opening frag onto the A site. KEV there from the bank. We'll find one. A little bit of damage coming into a person who is pushing in on him. 2-on-2. Dominic going to take down Dax just like that. Now stuck in the bank. He's got to peek out because he knows that they're just going to stick this defuse, and that's exactly what they're doing. Dominic watches it, brings in the kill, and the defuse there going to Gimpin.
Yeah, and we were building up the importance of that pistol round because now myRevenge are potentially staring 12-6 down the barrel of a gun. I mean, they may try and force this one up with Tech 9 armor, It's not unheard of on
Well, they
T-side.
planted, so it'll probably just be rifle round in round
Yeah.
18.
That's what I was thinking as well. The option's there, but it's more than likely just going to be AK-47s. This will more than likely be 11-6, and KLANLOS starting to take things away. So that AK round could pretty much be the pivotal part of this matchup. If myRevenge lose that AK, that could be it.
Well, KLANLOS, I think, are going to do their best to farm up some money here. 5 submachine guns across the board. Bison, MP7s, and an MP9. That's all of the SMGs there. Even pulling out the pistol and gimping it a takedown person. Dex is in here as well. He'll get 1 kill for himself with that P250, but everyone converging from every direction possible here onto Dex. They're trying to go for the knife, and they will get it. So the full BM coming out. Not only $600 SMG kills, but 1,500 coming in for that knife.
Oh, man. I mean, even though Gimpin got 4 kills, you could see he got carried away there. He has a PP Bison that he could easily reload and come out and just smash the 5th player, because he's looking for the ace. He got 4 kills, he's looking for the ace, he rushes out with a P250 with like 3 bullets left, and gets wrecked. Or a USP, I should say, just gets wrecked. So, a small mistake there, but that knife is going to give him so much more money, and it allows Keith to have himself an ult this early on. He pushes onto Fountain, something I wanted to see him do, but misses it as flashbangs fly in his face. And as you called before, Helium, with that first bomb plant, they're able to buy up some AK-47s with a couple of smokes as well.
Yeah, though, this round might come onto Kyiv, so I was worried he was like maybe not going to be able to retreat there, and that could probably have been the round falling apart. But he gets out, dropped that smoke. Although, myRevenge now with that middle control, and just in the end of bathrooms, we've got Reki and Kyiv standing. I think the MP7 player is going to try to get those close angles as we see Reki posted up, and where's Minato? Minato's actually pushing, and he's going to find Heftig trying to shoot through that fence. It's tough. Eating up a bit of the damage there from the SMGs, and Heftig's able to get the frag, but only living on 16 HP.
Yeah, very low indeed. Person's been tagged down, 27 as well, but the CT's holding fast. They have themselves the AWP still in play. And look at this from Gimpin, getting lots of information, pushing around B, and that's why the CTs are stacking 3 on A. There's the AWP in play. And that brings it back to all even. 30 seconds and 2 players tagged down. You would not favor the T's in this position.
This might be Reki's round. They smoked up that corner, and they are all just running past him. So as soon as he can get unsmoked blind here, as he does, and there they are, bringing in 1,200 bucks just like that, and scoops up an AK.
Yeah, pretty fantastic play. You had Reki in bathroom, and then Gimpin moving all the way around B, and that's why they could just stack on A, because they knew exactly what was coming at them. And it's so important, that information, that key word. And I said, if myRevenge lose that AK round, I mean, it's not necessarily GG just yet, but it's looking like it's going that way, because they're back onto an eco.
Yeah.
And there's not too much they can do about this. It should be 13-6, and that's a massive deficit to be on from a T-size perspective on Overpass.
So that next rifle coming in round 20 going to be very important. Reki, though, started things off, and oh my gosh, the fadeaway headshot with that P250 from Kyiv, now getting the op shots. Will he get another one? The no-scope, yes. Oh, worried me that Dex might not bring that frag in. Could have been a fail of the week clip, but he does get in there with the P250. Gets the op out of the hands of Kyiv. Dragon Lore, of course. But with no armor, he gets aim punch before he can take that first shot. And Gimpin brings him down.
Yeah, beautiful work from Kyiv, who's now 23 for 11. So no chances of him slowing down. I think we said, what, he was at 15 frags at halftime? So he's got 8 kills since then. Pretty awesome stuff in 4 rounds.
A big player for their team.
So averaging 2 kills a round. I mean, that's pretty massive from any player's perspective, but Kyiv has certainly not been taking his foot off the accelerator. Now the AK by it once again. This time they have plenty of grenades to play with, but flashbangs are plenty through mid. And there's Kyiv this time from Connector. This is what I'm talking about. He's such an aggressive AWP. You never quite know what he's going to be doing next. He gets a beautiful flick shot, looking for a third, gets the bomb down, looking for a fourth. He finally falls, but surely he's put his team in such a good position, and a team kill as well. Salt in the wounds of myRevenge, but Kyiv, Jesus, this man's AWPing is amazing.
Best Opera EU or what?
Who's Kenny S?
Yeah, Kenny who? You gotta wonder, actually, like how many players out there are just so nuts, but haven't really tried to get to the pro level, you know, and that you just haven't heard of. I don't know. It's crazy.
I think there's a lot of elements, and
although obviously Kyiv is trying. He's in what, the second highest division you can get here in CEVO.
Yeah, for sure. He's given it a try, but it's going to be a full buy, kind of force buy scenario for myRevenge as they're pushing in now. Internet Sec takes point. He gets 2 frags with the season.
Oh, they see the barrel.
And the third as well. Beautiful stuff from him, but his team are still crumbling behind him. Reki gets that kill. Deck should surely get this 1-2 as soon as Kyiv comes round the corner. The barrel sticking through the smoke.
Yeah, honestly, that wow, what a shot from Dex. What? Alright, it's apparently just come down to who can hit the most ridiculous op shot battle. Forget 16 rounds. Let's just take a look at these op battles that we're about to have between Dex and Kyiv. And actually, everybody apparently. DDD's gone for an op as well. So double opping on T side of Overpass. This is certainly interesting. I think they just want to kill Kyiv.
The thing is, there's no guarantees. He's playing that he's playing it so well that he could potentially pick off both of them. I would not be surprised if we see that kill feed come up, but they get 2 ops and then they play them both passively, which is interesting.
Well, Kyiv has been very aggressive on the CT side with his op, so maybe they were just trying to hold an angle and wait for him to run into it. But this time, as they expect rifles, he actually just posts up in a normal spot. He'll be watching along. And here's the battle. DDD wins it.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of times he's been aggressive is when he was expecting the enemy to be on eco, so he could just kind of get the cheeky peaks. And this time, no. I mean, DDD, fair play to him, gets the AWP and does take down that talisman. That's going to open up A nicely. Here comes the push in. A lot of this could fall on the shoulders of that man. Reki gets the first kill, but he gets traded out. Now Heftig pushes through, gets his second as well. This is looking good for the T's. A much needed round falling into their favour. The bomb's been planted. Gimpen and Minato, the 2 remaining players, make that just 1. It's Gimpen. He's been spotted, and Heftig picks up his 4th kill. Very nicely done. And most of them were entries as well, actually. So take about Heftig.
Yeah, that was nice. So there it is. Maybe, I mean, 2 rounds in a row for myRevenge. The one coming on like that eco, right, as they stormed into the B site, but they're finally getting a rifle round. But again, it is, you know, 1 slip up will cost them, right? If they drop 1 round, it puts KLANLOS on match point. And here they are on their eco, getting very aggressive out towards Fountain.
Yeah, but they're going to be running into the sights of DDD, and he will oblige in kind. Takes down Dominic. Here we go through connector as well. Heftig gets himself 1. DDD still on long. Picks himself up another, and now it's on Gimpen and Minato. This is pretty much a throwaway round, both from CTs. They didn't really commit to anything here, so it's to be expected. I mean, they would have liked to have got a kill or 2, but it looks as though Gimpen is going to fall without breaking the deadlock onto myRevenge, who are faking out on A and then rotating through to B to plant.
Yeah, that smoke from downtown going to block off the bank, and Gimpen is there like, oh, they smoked it. They're coming A. But no, they have gone B completely, and he'll realize this very soon. I like that he's taken the silencer off. Oh my gosh! Internet sec was so low, but that was still a pretty nice shot from Gimpen, and he's brought down. Heftig with 4K last round, finding a second one here, or a 2K on this round, I mean. And 3 in a row now for myRevenge, but rifles back in the hands of KLANLOS.
And this is exactly what myRevenge need to do, because they had that age-old issue of being well up against it, winning a round, resetting the round loss bonus, and then throwing it away. But they've got 3 rounds back-to-back, which allows them to build up economy. 11,000 on Dex, 8,000 on DDD. And as you saw there, force KLANLOS onto an eco. But here we go. They're going to be buying up Cave once again with the AWP. M4s on the rest of the team. Gimpen playing so aggro in towards connector. Is he going to try and push this? I'd like him to just sit there. Pushing through almost certain suicide. And he gets killed.
Let's see if Heftig, he's been big in the last couple rounds, but they're brought down to 12 HP. And he'll have to fall back as DDD and Internet Sec get themselves out of the short bath over towards long. Kyiv is in a spot where he can easily be caught off guard, but oh, they're gonna miss the that was a freebie, and they missed it onto Kyiv.
Those are the kills you really, really need to be landing if you want to claw this game back, because Kyiv now, the way he's been playing, could easily pick up a couple. Internet Sec's been caught from behind, but what is this aim from Reki? He gets caught. Oh, dearie me, should have had that kill. We'll be face palming at this point. And now KLANLOS find themselves a player behind as a result of that. 2 players very low on myRevenge. Both Heftig and InternetSec are circling the drain on the HP bars. But with 30 seconds, they're pushing onto A. And there are 2 players here from the CTs. Dominic actually isn't there. He's on upper, just underneath Keeve, so it's all on Keeve. It's Keeve or bust for KLANLOS in this round. 20 seconds. There's the first one. Looking for a second as well. He will connect it. No surprise there. Looking for a third. Nearly flicks onto InternetSec, but Dominic moves up from upper. 10 seconds on the timer. myRevenge, there's no chance they can clutch this. Dex just save that weapon.
Yeah, he wants to keep that up. Dominic is going to peek him. He'll go down, so they know where he is now. And actually, Metuz coming up short bath. Now the barrel, I think, maybe just spotted there from Keeve, and he'll hit another shot. So not able to save the gun, and I think he just died after time. But not the biggest deal since they do have a ton of money. They won those 3 rounds, actually, with 3 players alive, 4 players alive, and then 4 players alive. So they were able to build up a ton of money on the terrorist side. They'll even have another rifle if they lose this one. Well, actually, they won't, because that'll be the game. But
yeah,
you know, let's say we played more than 30 rounds.
Well, I like this DDD guy. His team's getting kind of wrecked, and he still says, "Nice one, Keeve." Like, realizing that that hold was pretty impressive. You gotta love that kind of mentality and attitude going forward here. Dex has been dropped. Gimpum with a double, catching them both well and truly off guard. And that's not going to do their hopes of keeping this map alive any good. It's a 4-on-3 now. This Heftig's picked up one. Here comes Gimpum though, round the corner, gets himself another one, looking for yet another frag, and picks up the 4-man before being dropped from behind from DDD's AWP. But it's a 2-on-1. I don't like his chances. Bomb's been dropped and he has a player coming up from behind. Only a matter of time you've got to feel before he gets killed here.
Yeah, hanging around the column here in the B site. He doesn't have the bomb, though. Still has plenty of time, but it's not going to matter. Who else but Keeve is going to get another op shot there, and KLANLOS will take it. It's very strong T side. Only needed, what, 7 rounds there on the CT side to take the whole map. And looking overall very, very good, but we did see some pretty crazy scoped work, mainly from Keeve, but also Dex, I believe, and DDD were hitting some pretty nice shots on their side as well.
Yeah, and a lot of teams at this caliber, and it's no disrespect to them, because a lot of them are kind of still finding their footing and trying to get new players in and change up players to get the strongest version of themselves. But a lot of it does come down to individual skill and aim at this level, I would say. And I think Keeve was a huge advocate of that with the amount of plays that he made. He was very random, he was very unpredictable, and he just kept getting kills. There's no disrespect to myRevenge here, but on the T side, I don't think they use their smokes enough. That you don't have to just use them for set pieces. You can use them as ways to block off certain players, to isolate them, to try and navigate your way around the map. And they really weren't doing any of that. They were very one-directional in their approach to the to overpass there, I feel.
Yeah, and also the CT side, they lost so many rounds that you just shouldn't lose when you had a, 1 or 2 man advantage, with good HP on that CT side, but still, because of the good use of smokes, Molotovs, and flashes from KLANLOS on that T side, they were giving up those sites, and then on the retakes, like, they weren't able to mount them. So overall, I think well played to KLANLOS, a team I'll be looking forward to seeing again. But what we've got now coming up next, guys, finally, the one Pro League match we're going to have for today. I know some of you have been asking about it. Existence versus Penta coming up in the next, maybe 10 minutes or so. We'll be back on probably in maybe just 5 minutes talking about those vetoes, seeing what maps are going to be played. So make sure to stay tuned. Tell your friends to tune in as well to mlg.tv/playcevo for the Pro League match. And myself, Helium, and Metuz here, we will return to you in just a little bit. So stick around.